what makes a healthy functioning couple is an understanding that the other person really is another person. That might seem like a really obvious statement, but think about how many times you have either seen or experienced yourself how threatening the otherness of the other can be, and how the differences of the other can sometimes feel like the most destructive, persecuting, catastrophic thing in the world. So at the core of a healthy functioning couple is a real understanding at a psychological and emotional level that the other person really is another person. The reason why this is also really important is so that the other person then becomes the listener for the other part of the couple. This is really crucial for healthy couple functioning, that there is a listener for the other, where whatever the other person is experiencing, what they say, how they do things, even if it's really difficult to hear or really difficult to understand, is able to be heard, is able to be heard also with a sense of curiosity, that there is some sense of curiosity of how the other person really is experiencing things, even if you don't like it. When this doesn't happen, when what is communicated is blocked by the other person or wiped out or discounted, that's maddening for people. And that's when you start seeing dysfunction happening in a couple relationship. The otherness of the other can mean anything from different ways of doing things, different values, different ideas, different perspectives. It's just basically about difference. So in a very mild example, I saw a couple where she liked the kettle to be placed on the kitchen bench in a particular place, and he, for some reason, liked the kettle to be packed away in the cupboard when it wasn't in use. Things like this cause extreme conflict in this particular couple. You know, just as what can derail a couple is really an incapacity to really accept the otherness of the other, that therefore is also the antidote, is that this couple that are unable to really hear each other, they need some support in really being able to hear the other person and take some sense of curiosity about why they need to experience some things the way that they do. Like, as a couple therapist, we can all sort of fall into the trap of trying to create solutions for couples. So for example, couples that don't have much intimacy, they might suggest date nights. For couples that can't agree on social events, you know, couple therapists might instruct the couple to take turns. And like all these sort of solution-focused strategies can be helpful. But I think what makes a couple therapy not just helpful but effective is to really assist each part of the couple to know how to be a couple, how to have what Mary Morgan calls a couple state of mind. Mary Morgan is one of the leading couples therapists. My understanding of what Mary Morgan means by a couple state of mind is when I talked about a capacity for each part of the couple to really hear what the other person is saying. in being able to receive the expressions and the communications of the other and have some sense of curiosity about, oh, this is how it is for the other person, then that part of the couple then has the other in their mind. And the more that this sort of occurs and it happens with the other part of the couple, then eventually, so the partner then becomes held in the mind of the person, that inside the mind of that person, that partner then links up with their own mind, and therefore a couple is formed in the mind of that partner. And the same should be going on also for the other part of the couple. And that's what Mary Morgan means by having a couple state of mind. So it's allowing for the otherness of the other, the differences, and being able to take that into oneself and link it up with who you are to form a couple in your own mind. And this can then lead to the development of what she calls the creative couple. And this means that this couple, they are able to create something together in their relationship that is more than just the sum of the two parts. They create a third entity. There are some people that are psychologically unable to develop a couple state of mind. There are some people, for reasons of their own development and experiences, are unable to be in a couple relationship. There are many different kinds of couple relating, but there are also common patterns in dysfunctional couple relating. So some of those common patterns might be, the two peas in a pod couple. They do everything together and they're kind of in their own bubble, and their intimacy is held because it's the two of them against the rest of the world. And often these sorts of couples present because there's no sex in their relationship. Because of the nature of the two peas in a pod and two against the world, there's too much of a merger. There's not enough difference for there to be sex. So these no sex couples tend to present as having some difficulties. Another really common pattern of dysfunctional couple relating would be the cat-dog type relationship. So their relationship is held together by constant conflict. One says yes, the other has to say no, all the time. And another really common pattern of dysfunctional couple relating is the sadomasochistic relationship. So this will be one in which one part of the couple will seemingly do all the emotional containment for the other part of the couple. But in actual fact, in doing that containing, they're actually containing themselves. I think in the sadomasochistic couple, there will be subtle to not so subtle levels of annihilation. So the wiping out of the other person's experience. Sometimes these can be the sorts of relationships where one part of the couple just psychologically and emotionally dies, death by 1,000 cuts, those tiny little exposures to having their experiences, their opinions wiped out subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, by the other person. These mini annihilations can happen across time, and these cause great difficulties. I think that often couples present for help when their relationship is in some kind of crisis. And often couples come with the expectation that the couples therapist is going to right their relationship. But in actual fact, a couples therapy is one in which the couple therapist helps the couple to understand their relationship and become aware of what their relationship actually is. So the point of a couples therapy is not for that couples therapist to try and help the couple stay together or to fix their relationship, but the role of the couples therapist is to help that couple to really understand what's going on in their relationship and what their relationship really is. Sometimes that might be a recreation of something that the two people have experienced from their own family of origins. It can actually often be that